All right, we back. Boone, big Boone. Y'all know who it is. Before we get into it first, I would like y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment one more time. We love that. But what would you like to get into first, sir?
Well, I'd like to speak on the prison system in Jackson back during the riot when I was there. But first, I want to thank all the people that sent me comments. I love reading y'all comments. It takes me a little time to read them and answer them, but I will answer. I'm not bashful. I even answer my haters. I love y'all out there. So if you can't get together and find some more haters, then watch me. Subscribe. Share. Make comments. I'm going to answer.
Start the haters club.
Y'all got to find somebody to hate on. Well, you can hate on me. It don't bother me not one bit.
And he won't charge you.
But just don't step to my face and say something stupid, because then I got to go into my shredder mood. So keep your hating to yourself unless you're ready to do something drastic to me. Like, you would have to take me out completely, but because I don't believe in just fighting and just let it go at that. No, one of us got to leave this planet. And hopefully it's not me. But hey, I can be killed. But I just don't believe in this fight. Nah, that's not me. I believe in taking it to the max. And please, one more thing. I do not, like I put it without hurting certain people's feelings, which I don't give a dang. I will never put out anything about, a rapist, a child molester, or booty bandit, or all that. No, that's not me. I will not give them any type of recognition. Now, if somebody want to come and try me, please have at it. won't bother me one bit. Just got to figure a way to do you and make sure it's done right, so I don't go back to prison. That was just a joke. Take it as you wish to take it. But I like to give shout outs to all these different countries and states that is sending me love, like the UK. I get great love from over there, from the UK, Connecticut, not a country, but Canada, New York, Kalamazoo, H-Town.
Shout out Houston.
Definitely a shout out to Houston. Appreciate you. Chicago, Detroit, Alabama, Duluth, Ireland. Hey, send me a drink. North Carolina, Texas, Louisiana, Virginia, Los Angeles, Mobile, Alabama, baby. Shout out to y'all. South Memphis, Tennessee, Savannah, Georgia, and much love from the west side of Detroit, Joy Road. Thanks for the love, Joy Road. Appreciate you. Scotland, the Bahamas, London, Atlanta, Georgia, sponsored west side of the A, or simpler, I can't read that word, west side of the A, in Atlanta, Georgia. Toledo, Ohio, Melvin Lottery, Lothery. It's hard for me to pronounce some of these names, especially when I ain't got my teeth in my mouth.
Don't forget Lima, Ohio, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely to my favorite, Lima, Ohio. I used to have them cops out there based out behind the railroad yard. I mean, hey, if you do it, do it. Ain't no sweat off my. But what I would like to do though is have everybody to share and subscribe. Let's make this go viral. Now let me get into let me see, make sure I ain't got nobody else on here.
But don't forget Curtis the comedian.
Oh yes, Curtis the comedian. Thank you, my brother. Much love out to you. I mean, I ain't gonna never let my haters put me down or make me feel sad. I'm just trying to get them all together so they can start a fan club. Hating Boone. Let's hate on Boone. And if they can't find nobody to hate on me. You feel me, my man? Hate on me. I love it. Just remember to share and subscribe. Maybe I can find some more haters to hate on me.
We might get some of them names and comments, put them in the shorts, call it Boone's Belligerents.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Matter of fact, I might even just give y'all a whole hour to talk, just to let you know that I read your comments. Your comments do not bother me or hurt me in any way or fashion or form. Don't make me feel sad because I'm a real one. I keep it real. If you can't understand that, that's on you. Oh, Boone's a snitch. If you want to call me that or whatever you wish to call me, but just don't call me late for dinner. But Boone snitch. Gotti kept it real and went, hey, he ain't had nobody to give up. He was the top. What are you gonna do? Give up the bottom? They already got the bottom. But he evidently gave up Sammy the Bull by talking all that crap about him on tape. He got his on tape. But I would like to tell y'all about Jackson State Prison here in Michigan. During the riot back in the 80s, man, I've never seen so much weirdness in my life. They didn't want to feed us, but they were trying to get us to lock up. I'm like, okay, everybody back to these cells. I said, what's going on? Several of the guards said, man, we finna go on strike. I don't think they're going to feed y'all. I said, what you mean? Guards want to lock y'all in so we go out there and strike. Oh, I said, oh, hell no. Not me. You're going to feed me first. Then you can lock me in my cell, but you got to feed me. I don't know how long y'all going to be out there striking. Inmates refused to go back to their cell. Next thing I know, inmates start rushing 4 block and 3 block, got them back out of their cell. Now you got to understand the blocks. 5 block is the hole. We was trying to get in there to let them fools out. We let them out, it's gonna be some big time crime, murders, and everything. But we never got in there doing that whole thing. I mean, those guards really piled up on that door. They didn't want us to get in there and free them. I mean, sure enough, you got the man in the gun tower that could probably hit several people, but what we need to do is just get the break box key. We get that break box key, we break everybody. Just pull that, whoom, all them doors pop open. All those doors pop open, all those people that have been locked up in that hole for years and so forth, they coming out and they gonna clown. But yeah, I had to put a towel wrapped around my face because I didn't really want them to get a good picture of me, because I know when this was gonna be over, oh, it gonna be some people getting their butt kicked and put it back in the hole or put in the hole and transfer. Well, I was one of the ones that they transferred. I was sad about it though, because I mean, during the riot, we broke into the commissary, and I had about 8, maybe 10 people helping me grab cases of food. We taking it back to my cell, but when I got there, I said, I ain't got no place to put on. Hey, throw the bed out. We gonna stack the box up like that's the bed frame, put my mattress on top. And we did. So when this mess was over, I go over to the child hall. Now you got to understand, some people want to get out of prison real bad. So several of the guys bent themselves over the table and let the guys run up in them. I'm like, how sick can you be? One guy told me, man, after this over, I'm going to get out. I was like, how you going to get out? Because you got pumped in the, you told my man, all this DNA up inside me. I was like, oh my God. These guys were planning their own way to get out of prison or transfer. A couple of them got out, for sure, I know. But that is hearsay. I'm not going to speak on that anymore because, to me, that's just foul. I mean, this thing, you go into the child hall and you drop your pen, you bend yourself over a table. And of course, guys looking like, huh? And so they go over there. Now you have to understand, a lot of those guys, no, I ain't gonna say that. That's
Want me to say it?
I'm not gonna glorify them just because they ran their butt over there, and most of the guys be having grease behind their ears. They take that grease, slap it up in that. Oh Lord, have mercy. I don't see how a person could do that. Either which one of them. If you running up at him, you bisexual. If he's running up at you, you're bisexual again. I got nothing against people that want to be, bisexual or homosexual or whatever. But just don't go out there and rape nobody and talk about, oh no, I talked him out of it. Yeah, with a shank up to his throat or 4 or 5 people standing around holding him, that's not no talking, that's rape. And if you rape somebody in prison, just think what you do when you get out. You'll be out there trying to rape somebody's aunt, sister, cousin, or brother, or uncles. But I don't have no respect, period, for rapists, child molester, booty bandits, or whatever you want to call them. Just stay out of my face because it wouldn't be comfortable. I don't know if my tree shredder worked properly on there.
You gotta get Lucy serviced.
What do you think I make it? I mean, if my tree shredder ever got a hold of somebody like that, I probably would sit back and just smile and laugh and enjoy myself watching them go through it real slowly. But normally when they get in there, because I like to put them in feet first, so they can witness themselves being ground up and scream and holler like a little girl. But you was tough enough to go do all this. Hey, hell, that might even happen to me one day. Somebody can catch my big butt, put me in one. But, hey, if it happened, it happened. Like I tell people, don't be sad because I'm gone. Y'all wasn't happy when I was here. If you was, I didn't know it because basically I don't go around people. Not even my own family. I love my family. But I just don't like to go around them because of who I am and what I've done in life. I don't want nothing to fall back on my family. Because if it do, then I got to scrap up and get real. And trust me, ain't nobody going to like that, those that I'm coming after. Because there won't be no talking. If you see me, it won't be 1, 2, and 3, you're dead. It's just going to be, I'm going to butcher you straight off from the jump. Don't mean any harm by it. Just speaking my mind and keeping it real. But let's get back to Jackson. After they finally got the state police, the national, they hit everybody outside that wall because that was the biggest wall prison there is in the world, I believe. But they got all the people out there. Now, I thought too that I was going to escape. So we went inside 3 block trying to climb through the window into the outside of 3 block and try to get away. By the time I got up, my turn up in the window, I looked around, I'm like, man, I'm like, man, that's the north side. He said, yeah, we're going to get in there because we know all the guards out there on the front line on strike. Or they trying to watch the wall, trying to make sure nobody comes over that wall. But we going through the fence. I'm like, man, nah, that's all right. Y'all go ahead. I ain't going like that because I don't see no way out. And true enough, those that went through that wall, they didn't never make it out of that fence over there. They got them and brought them back in. They were like, man. See, I told you, fools, got to understand what's going on and how. Only way out of there, do your time. There's no other way out of there. Don't be like the fools over in the child hall bending over tables. I mean, people's come up all types of ways. But I know once we walked over there to the hospital part, you know, inside the Wallace Jackson got their own hospital, store, everything is inside that wall. That's a world of its own. We walked over there to the hospital because we heard that some guys trying to break into the hospital. So I'm thinking they're trying to break in and get drugs. So by the time we got maybe 15 feet away, we heard females screaming. We looked up there, we looked at each other. Man, I hope they ain't. Come on, y'all, let's go. If they are, we butchered them. Of course, we walked around the yard with our shank or our horse. You don't know the difference between the shank and a horse. My horse was up my sleeve. I pulled that bad boy out. I'm going to open you up from your belly button all the way up to your throat. And then pop that like a can of tuna. Clunk, 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 pow. And shaking, you know, one of the smaller ones. So you even got smaller ones. But I was making them. I was working in the carpenter shop back then. You know, I get to make my own weapons and make my friends' weapons. I made some to sell, the small ones. I ain't giving nobody no big one. Hell, I got stabbed by one of my own shank one day. The guy walked up to me on the yard, shoot, shoved it right in my side. And I didn't even know I was stabbed. I had the sharp because I had it so sharp that you don't feel it going in. But if they start twinkling upward, then you're going to feel it. But the guy stabbed me because he owed me money. And he didn't want to pay, I guess. But I'm standing there at one of my tables and I'm watching them on the back 40, you know. And the guy next to me said, hey, man, what you going to do, stand there and bleed everywhere? I'm looking around like, who in the hell he talking to? He said, I'm talking to you. He said, Ice Man, nigga just stabbed you. I'm like, what? I'm looking around, see nobody. He said, man, look down to your left. Look down. What the hell? Got a piece of metal sticking out me. So, of course, I grab hold of it. I ain't going to pull it out. You pull it out, you're going to bleed real quick. So I grabbed hold of it and I held it there and I walked over there to my 4 block. Went up on Second Gallery. No, wait a minute. Second Gallery. Went up on Second Gallery. We have an inmate that, you know, it should patch you up and so forth without you going to the hospital. So I go in his cell. I say, hey, man, look. He's like, what the hell is that? I said, what it look like? Somebody stuck me. He said, but they left it in. I said, yeah, it must be somebody new. They checking the yard now for me to find out who it was. Homeboy grabbed it, he took the knife, not this one that's in me, but he took the knife, pulled it out from underneath his box, heated it up, poured alcohol over it. Yes, we get alcohol in there. He poured alcohol on it. And then he told me, oh man, watch out over there. And I turned and looked to see what they talking about. He pulled the other knife out and slapped the hot knife to me. I said, oh, you dirty mother. He looked at me like, but you laughed? I said, yeah, because that was slick on how you did me. He had me look over that way while you slapped that sucker to my skin. And man, nigga. But yeah, well, I'm gonna, you know, y'all seen my body before. A lot of scars, a lot of bruises, a lot of gunshots, stab, a lot of wounds. But he pulled it out, saved it. Basically, he slapped grease on it. That's to help it change the way that it looks. So it won't look like somebody stabbed me. It look like I fell on my hot plate. Well, my stinger. We make stingers in there. You take cord, wrap it around whatever you want to make it hot, hold it on there, and warm up your coffee, put it under foil and cook. Barbecue, grill, whatever. That's like a grill to us. But yeah, so I go back to the yard and I tell the guy, hey man, y'all help me get rid of this blood on the ground. So basically people walking, kicking it, shoving it around. Some got cups of soda pop. They pouring it all over the blood that's on the concrete, leading to 4 block. Make sure that they can't track where I went to. But I went back to the table. My boy said, hey, man, the boy that did that, man, he went over there to the office. So I said, what? He said, yeah, man, he went to the office. I said, okay, something going down. A few minutes later, the alarm go off. Woo, everybody back to the unit. So we go back to the units. I'm in mine, so I'm like, okay, well, in the unit, back to your cell blocks. I go back to my cell block, and I'm sitting in there, and then, of course, the word and stuff start going through the prison system. They going to get Iceman. They going to get Iceman. So by the time I heard the word, I was like, whoa, the hell? Unless the guy told something on me or whatever, but sure enough, they came up to my cell, got me, took me back to the office, main office, headquarters, whatever the wing was called, I forgot. But they checked on me and they said, crap, what is this we hearing that you got into an altercation on the yard? Who, me? I said, yeah, you. I don't recall no altercation. If it was, the guard in the gun tower would have shot down into me, wouldn't he? Or shot down into the altercation. He said, yeah, okay, but we was told that somebody stabbed you. They did? Where was this? What century? What year? He said, we need you to take off your shirt. I'm like, oh, so we're getting freaky in here, are we? I pulled my shirt off. They looked behind me. They left the office. They went somewhere, but they came back and said, lift up your arm. So I raised my arm. You know, this side hurt like hell, but I still lifted like it wasn't. They said, what's that on the side? Oh, man, come on, man. Y'all not going to take my stinger, are y'all? I accidentally fell onto my stinger. They looked at each other. Okay, but we're going to send you over to the hospital just get you checked out. There's no problem with that. Can I get a lollipop? he has something on his desk. But I get to go to the doctor over there. They tell me, well, that they want to do an x-ray and this and that. I'm like, x-ray? Whatever. So they x-rayed me and this and that. And they came back, and 3 days later, they let me out the hole saying that they don't see anything. I said, what was this all about? Y'all just wanted to lock me up or something? He said, no, we had somebody say that they stabbed you. They stabbed me? Yeah, you supposed to be taking them to the state police down the road and repicking them for attempted murder then if they stabbed me. They were like, we ain't gonna get into all that. That's none of your business. I said, ain't none of my business, but you gonna lock me in a hole. Ain't y'all violating my rights? Of course, you know, in prison, way back then in no day, you ain't got no right. The only right you got is serve your time. I said, okay. I'll find out who it was. So they said put me back in the back into the compound, and like I said, that was because the guy owed it me. You ain't gonna believe what he owed it me. Nah, I'm gonna tell you. $1. He owed me $1. And he took it up on his own to try to kill me. Because, of course, in there, you know, if you owe somebody some money, you better pay them. They don't care if it's $1 or a penny. They will butcher you. I wouldn't have butchered the boy for $1, but I would have made him go to the store for me and work for me, go to the store and get my list of food that I need to put into my stores out throughout the yard and throughout the compound. But I guess he let somebody get in his head about, oh man, Iceman gonna kill you or do this and that. No, that's not me. Only reason I got that name was because I stabbed that guard. But other than that, I'm a nice person. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Now, if you hear a rumor talking about I pulled the rings off that fly, do you got witnesses? Do you got pictures? If you ain't got no pictures, you can't prove I pulled the wings off that fly. Okay, I couldn't even keep that straight. But anyway, after that, like I said, when the ride went off, we wound up getting transferred. I was like, whoa, why they transferring all us out of here? They tried to separate the unit. So some went to MTU, Michigan Training Unit. Others went to Muskegon. That's where I went to. In Muskegon, Michigan. Shout out to Muskegon. Boy, I liked it up there. Had a lot of people that wanted to do work and drive my vehicle from one spot to another, even though I'm locked up. But that's how we got our stuff into the system. Like I said, man made it, man can find a way to get around it. There's no way to stop this situation. Anything man-made, man can find a way to get around it. So they transferred me to Muskegon. When we got to Muskegon, I was like, man, they put us all in the same unit. Birch unit. I'm like, hey man, we all in the same unit. I think they made a big mistake. Later on, they came and got a few of the people out and put them over in Douglas, Alpha unit. Yeah, only those 3 units. Alpha unit was, like when you first come in, that's where you go to get, and said, like process through to figure out what unit you're going to. But we get in there, and I'm new, first time ever there, and I'm like, man, I got to start all over trying to get everything in here. I got to find ways to do things, get around things, and which guard need money. If you find a guard that need money and you sneak it to him or get it to him or tell him, hey man, there's something right there. And the guard looks at it, whoa. Now either he gonna turn it in or he gonna put it in his pocket. If he put it in his pocket, that's cool. I ain't got nothing to say about it. Cause now I know every time I need him for something, hey man, there's something there. And then, like one day I'll say, hey man, check this out, man. Why don't you have your old lady make an extra plate for me or something, and bring it up here to me. And I could probably find some more of that stuff you've been finding. You were like, is you trying to bribe me? I ain't gave you nothing, did I? Just in case if you wired, buddy, I ain't gave you nothing. I walk a little closer to the guard and tap him on his chest. Everything cool, my man? He said, what you doing? I said, whoops. I'm just trying to make sure He said, hey, man. Here go my shirt. I ain't got nothing. No, you ain't got nothing. No, we cool. Now understand, if you need something, cash, whatever you need, a favor, hey, I'm here for you. If you want to stop the inmate from fighting or this and that, let me know and I go over there and tell them, hey, let's cut this out. My boy working this shift. But I picked up on guards that way. At Muskegon, it was hard to get a cook to give me what I want and what I need. Because like I said, sometimes I get them to bring me in real food from the world. And we also could get food sent up in the box. I think it's a 90-pound box that we have our people send us up whatever we want. As long as there ain't no tools trying to get out. But that's how we got our little gift box, Christmas boxes, or this and that, even though I don't believe in none of that. But I will eat. I love my food. I ain't got this big just from eating prison food. But after the ride was over, we got sent to Muskegon all over. I wound up running JCCC or something like that. I was running that popcorn machine, be able to take the popcorn machine to each unit and sell popcorn. And while I was selling popcorn, I was selling my, weed or whatever you wanted. Weed, cane, heroin, whatever. I also was packing that up. Because it was easier getting it in Muskegon than it was in Jackson. In Muskegon, I just had to find a spot and tell them, when you drive by that spot, toss it over and keep going. One time I had the guard to pick up a package and bring it in, but he was so scared I had to switch back to my old ways. Man, what was in that package? I said, just don't open it. You don't open it, you say. You can say that you found something out there if they find it in your pocket or on you and say, hey, I found this out there. I'm just bringing it in to turn it into the office. But if you can make it through there and bring it to me, hey, look at that $1,000 sitting there. Cash money, baby. I mean, there's always a way to get money into the prison, real money. You have your people, your loved one, roll it up, put it up underneath the gums on the side, and then when they kiss you, just pass it through. Bring it to me, and I'm going to give you double that money. You bring me 100, I'm going to give you 200 in tokens. That's where you got more money to spend instead of just spending 100. Now you got 200 to spend, But I ran that. I stayed there a little bit. I ain't quite sure how long, probably about 6 months or so forth before they transferred me out of there. After they found out that, some of the guards was being hard on me, like, man, you run around this place like you own it. No, I don't own this place. I'm here because I got to serve my time. They said, yeah, well, we going to get you transferred. And sure enough, they got me transferred to MTU. I'm like, well, what the hell? The same as Muskegon. It just closer transferred me to MTU, basically like Muskegon. I did the same setup, the same hookup, all except there, I was able to drive from one prison to another. I became a driver. I had a good record. My time was getting short. So I became a driver to go pick up the institutional mail. So I used to get up and go and get the prison van and drive from Jackson up to Muskegon, going up north. I drove everywhere picking up the institutional mail that get transferred from one prison to another. And sometimes I had to take the lieutenants or the warden or wherever to go grab something to eat real quick, and I was their driver. But hey, that was a nice job because sometimes when I drove someone somewhere, I get to hang out for about an extra 20 minutes. So I would have one of my girlfriends meet me out there and we hook up real quick. Then I drive back to the prison system. I never was late or anything. They said, you always a man on time. I said, yes. You got to be a man of your word. You a man of your word, everything is great. Y'all would trust me. Of course, I was doing some dirty crap too, bringing liquor in and so forth because, hey, that they pay more money for when I give them a shot. I always found a way to make money to make a hustle. In prison, you could do that. You find yourself a hustle, hustling by washing people's clothes, hustling by doing cook-ups and feeding the people that want to buy the sandwiches or whatever you cooking. Me, I hit my hands into everything and anything because that was just me.